Welcome back to another episode of Let's Talk with 4Q Lou. And today we got a special guest for the second time.
Rico _ Suave 97 on IG. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay, yeah, to shout out all that shit, free promo. But look, we back with another episode, another week to be alive, another week to do some great shit. Fuck it, we grown. What's your week been like, bro?
Shit, this week been pretty good, man.
Been pretty
Been
good.
a lot of planning for the future, man.
Okay. Like,
Yes, Lord.
get
What about
a
yourself?
get a view of some examples. What you talking about?
Planning for the future. Okay, so, we already had this talk one time before, but we gonna skip over what we said the last time. I'm gonna go ahead and say that we getting a little bit more on the serious level. Things are getting real. What little baby said? Shit getting serious, man.
Yeah, serious.
Yeah, we starting to make some bigger steps towards our dreams. So, we moving closer towards that millie. You know what I mean?
Sir. Yes, sir.
And we ain't gonna stop.
Money's motive, but self-respect and God, that should be like the top motive of your mentality. But
Yeah, never lose yourself.
yeah, but for the non-believers, I guess you could say money's the motive for them. But you know what I'm saying? So this episode, fans, squad, family, we about to talk about some real shit. You know how I do my podcast. I get intellectual. I want you to think. I want you to be real with yourself, be honest. You know what I'm saying? Don't hold back. So look, I start with a question all the time. So this question today, let me get a couple of seconds. What you think it's gonna be about?
What do I think? I don't even know, man. Shit.
What would you want to talk about?
What would I want to talk about, man? As far as segment, what I would like to talk about is your circle.
Your circle.
Yeah. Your circle.
Okay. Well, we can do that. I've had an episode talking about who you have around, but I was by myself with that one, so it's good to have another opinion in the room. So, what about your circle should be something that you should really be key and eye for?
All right, so I'm going to start off with this. Your circle is basically like a representation of yourself.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So, say, for instance, you got 5 people in a circle. All right? So, you got this guy, you got the comedy, you got the guy that's motivational, you got the guy that's negative, and you got the motherfucker that's in disbelief, right? And then you have somebody else that's just saying yeah to whatever you saying.
So he's like just a follower.
Follow.
Okay.
Everybody got a follower in they clique. Everybody had a follower in their clique at least. If you ain't spotted the follower and at least made them a leader or showed them how to be a leader, then you're gonna have to, you know what I'm saying?
Let me stop you right there. You said something that messed me up. How can you be a leader if your followers aren't leaders?
Listen, nobody is really set out to be a leader because that's an uncomfortable area for a lot of people. A lot of people, like, say, for instance, if everybody could get on stage and perform in front of 100,000 people, everybody would do it. You get what I'm saying?
So everybody can be the rapper. Some people got to be the fans. Okay.
Exactly.
All right. So how do you feel about when somebody say everybody's born a follower? Do you think that's something that's true?
In a sense, yeah, because as we growing up, like think from childhood and growing up, you only know what you're told. So you following what's being told to you.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying? So it's all a part of the development stage. Like your developmental stage, you're a follower. Out of your developmental stage and you're following, whether you choose to make some changes to what's been told to you and take a different route and have people behind you with it, or you can do it solo.
I can agree with that. I feel like nobody's born a leader. Some people are born into leadership.
Yeah.
So that's a different cadence to what I'm getting at. I feel like when you're born into leadership, you're born into that role, but you're still a follower. You're trying to follow somebody that's a leader to become a leader. But as far as being born a leader, no. That's out of that. That's not it. When somebody says that, I think they're naive. But But as far as like when we get into how your circle is, when is it a point that you need to separate from your circle?
When the goals start to spread apart from each other, when your views on certain things aren't the same as your circle or a person in your circle.
But that's kind of, I mean, disagreeing is normal, right?
Yeah, disagreeing is normal as long as you can make sense out of disagreements and come to a ground where y'all can actually be like, okay, cool. We all understand where you coming from, and you understand where I'm coming from. Now we at a mutual ground where we can actually make some progress. But if it's just like, oh nah, hell nah, fuck that, I don't, you know.
So you should leave your circle when it's so much doubt in your circle. When it's so much, I'm gonna say haters. When it's hate in your circle, that's when you should dismiss yourself from that circle.
Yeah, when it started becoming less beneficial, which is not sounding selfish, because if you got a team, you want to benefit from your team. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to have somebody that's like dragging all the time. You because you steady moving forward and you got this person dragging, eventually you're gonna end up leaving them anyway.
So you don't want dead weight in your circle.
No dead weight.
Okay.
Can't carry dead weight, man.
I feel like I understand that statement, but I also think that if it's dead weight in the circle, you can revive that. In some cases, we personally know somebody and we try to bring them up around us because of the energy and the things that we are around. And he wasn't around at the time. We could put him on to something and thinking it would change his mentality, but it didn't.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I can agree. Dead weight in a circle is, you can't be the only. I read this quote: "You can't be the only boss in your group. You can't be the only smart one in your group. Because if you're the smartest one in your group, it's not the people you need to hang around. Who can put you on to something, or who can teach you something if you teaching everybody else something? And you don't even know everything. So how can you elevate when you're the smartest one in your group?
And if everybody else ain't got that same drive, because if you the smartest one, that means that you still pushing for something more and you still looking to improve yourself in different aspects. If everybody else just following your lead and they not really putting into it, because they call it, I forget what they call it. I think it was like cognitive thinking. Like when you're in a group of people and everybody's putting their minds together to come up with ideas, there's a more success rate when you're thinking with people that are like-minded like that.
That's like the same quote, 2 heads are better than one.
Yeah.
That's pretty much falls under that category of what you're saying. 2 heads are better than one. So when you're the only one in your group doing the thinking, doing the work, you just telling yourself you don't need to be in this group, in this circle. That's why, like, a lot of things is reflecting on my past. I had to cut certain people off when I realized, all right, it's cool and fun and whatever to be on the street shit, but it's at a point in your life when you got to elevate from that. And some people I used to hang with is still on that type of time, and they still at the same spot we was in 5 years ago.
Right.
So,
like, you gotta think about it. Like, who really want to, in the terms of like going to jail, like who really want to do that? Like, in all honesty,
people
like,
that try to prove themselves to people that try to prove themselves to a follower are the ones that want to do the dumb shit. When you try to follow a follower, it just leads you down the wrong road 90% of the time. But like in my case, I was a follower at one point, just doing the dumb street shit, just being negative all the time, and I realized that shit won't helping me elevate my mind. So I had to stop hanging with them and start hanging with a different vibe, a different crowd, and I realized that circle wasn't the circle that I needed to be in to be at the spot I'm in now. So,
fact.
But yeah. But look, squad, you know what I'm saying? We do pretty short episodes just to get in the algorithm to be more consistent and everything like that. But Yofi Squad, YouTube Spectrum, friends and family, loved ones, whatever. Like, share, subscribe, comment. Let us know how y'all feel about the opinions that we gave out, you know what I'm saying? Be safe and be blessed out there. Be bosses, you know what I'm saying? What you got to say to the people?
Most definitely. And I got three words for you. and it might seem a little distant, but search up the words and you'll understand. Is isolate, educate, emulate, and elevate.
So that's
That's
4
4
words.
words. My bad. I can't count.
Yeah, that's 4.
But you got it.
Say it again.
Is isolate,
Uh-huh.
educate, emulate, and elevate.
I thought you said something about you said educate already, right?
Yeah.
I'm just fucking with you. I'm saying if you remember.
Oh,
But
yeah.
look,
I
y'all,
remember.
Be safe
I
out
live
here
by
this
that.
weekend. Turn up for the one time. And you know what I'm saying? Be safe once again. Yo,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.